Hi, I just recorded a video of me singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which I'll be doing with some local school children. And I thought I'd give just a little guitar lesson on how I play Rudolph for any of you that want to learn it or learn some new tricks on how to play it. So I do Rudolph in the key of C. That's the most common key for people who play Rudolph. And the main chords in this song are, well, the intro starts out with an F. I start with a C chord just to start the thing out, but then F, and I prefer the bar F. You could also play a small F, but I like the bar F because it has that nice bassy note there. So F, E minor, D minor, C, and you do that twice. F, E minor, D minor, C. Then it goes to an A minor, D7, G, and you can also add a G7 to start the song. And then I do a little bass walk up, G, A, B, and then it starts in the song. So it's a walk up from the G chord. That's a very common bass run going up that we use a lot in a lot of folk songs and country type songs. And then what I do is I do an alternate bass pattern on this song. So it's a C on the 5th string, strum, and then I move that 3rd finger over to the 6th string and play that note. So it's, and it goes to G, but I prefer the bar chord just because I can add a little punch to it. So you can do a regular G if that's easier for you, but I do the bar G just because I like that sound. Because I play the G chord, and when I strum it, I lift to give it that percussive feel on the guitar. And then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa, G, came to say. Now when we get to this part, you could play a regular D7 chord, but since I'm on the C chord already, I go up 2 frets, add my pinky, and play the D7, so it's a C7 shape, up 2 frets, and you can add that E chord if you string if you want, or you can block it out, however you want to block it out. Rudolph with your nose, right? And then the rest of it goes G, E minor, A minor, D7, G, and I also add a G7, and then G7 pulls you back into the C chord. So it's a bass pattern, bass strum pattern. So those are just a few tips. I'll put a link to my recording for the kids at the end of this video, and in that video I will have the chords and the words of the song in the description of the video, so you can play along with me on that video if you so desire to do so. Rudolph, like I say, is one of my favorite holiday songs because it tells a nice story within 2 minutes or so about the underdog who ends up being the hero in the song. Just in a very short, it tells a great story. We could think of a lot of underdogs who end up being heroes, and in this case Rudolph is one of them. So I just love the story that shows up in this song very, very quickly. So there you have it. There is a little intro to Rudolph if you so desire to play it that way. Thanks for watching.